Greetings, sword dude and dudettes. Thank you all for being very patient while we took a little time to get the channel back in order. I mentioned a while back that I would have a little bit of delay, and that occurred while I was moving locations. So I enjoyed several years up in Pennsylvania. I have now returned back to my native tropical South Florida. So this will allow me to do a bunch of things that I didn't do before. So thank you all for being patient while we did that. I tried to keep the channel at least a little active, so we engaged in some posts. I had some stuff going on Patreon. I continued to post videos on the shorts feature on the YouTube portion of the channel, not so much on the main feature of the channel. The shorts had interesting levels of success.
Now I'm going to cut way out here right at the end, so it's just in measure.
Now, obviously, it took slightly longer than expected to move my family cross-country, but one of the benefits is I now have significantly more space to do sword-related activities. If you're one of the folks who has been asking if you can send a sword for review, overview, dynamic testing, etc., and have been patient, thank you for waiting so long. I am now officially open and available to receive new swords for testing. So we already have a couple of swords that have come up. Perhaps later this week or on the weekend, we'll do a sword stream and unbox them, and we'll see some of the new swords that are coming in. But I have space and we'll be able to engage in all the new swords. There's going to be plenty of swords for a long time to come that we can review and do all of our usual activities. So look forward for the channel to engage in all of the usual things you would expect from our usual sword-related research here. Not just sword reviews, but getting into other things. We'll look into testing against different types of materials, testing against armor and textiles, being able to see how different types of media interact with the edges. Also looking at maintenance, storage, taking a look at different types of antiques, maybe doing some drafting and designing, helping to work with manufacturers, and of course looking at original source documents and original finds. All of that are topics that I'm engaged in anyway, and we all get to take a look at it on the channel. And as a preview of some of those reviews, here are two samples that were sent by Azure Forge. So these are beautiful longswords. These are type 18Cs. It's the model number that they call these are the C03, Charlie 03. And again, as a 18C sword, these belong to the family 18, so an Oakshot Group 2 family of swords. And they're most famous for belonging to the Alexandria Arsenal group of swords. They feature very broad blades, obviously, but these are unique in that they have really prominent central ridges and hollow ground sections. There's one version that is light, so this one is light enough that I can manipulate it even just in a couple of fingers, and this one is heavy, and heavy is a misnomer because it's still a very maneuverable longsword of this family. The other prominent thing is because they're hollow ground, they get so thin at the edges that the edges have been reinforced with secondary bevels, which usually would be a deal breaker, but on these it's a requirement because otherwise the edges would be so thin and fragile that they would just break immediately. These are two very refined and really pretty swords from a relatively new maker on the market, and so we'll be going into these in full detail in the really near future to put them through all their paces, do everything that we would normally expect of looking at swords. So as you have specific questions, please drop them in comments, ask whatever you're interested about them. I'll try and respond in kind, but this is just a little taste of a lot that's to come. I'm really excited. I can't wait to see what we have coming up for this year and of course many years beyond. So I look forward to it. I hope everyone's going to enjoy the ride in the slightly new setting, but it's going to be a lot more of the same. Hope everyone enjoys. I look forward to seeing all of you guys here on the channel and connecting with lots more sword friends in the future. Until then, please stay tuned and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care.